them there. Take them someplace else or send them back to Venezuela. I don't care where they go.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about tensions flaring in Chicago yet again over the issue of the so-called asylum seekers and the migrant shelters, housing, whatever you want to call it, popping up all over the city. The residents are like, hey, these people are violent, they're dangerous, they are impacting us in a negative way. They should not be here. Send them back home to wherever they came from Venezuela, China, Africa, wherever they came from, send them back. Now, this is a result of the voting pattern. We know what it is in Chicago. It's a blue city in a blue state. They're going to vote overwhelmingly for the Democratic Party. They voted overwhelmingly for Joe Biden in the 2020 presidential election, probably for Hillary Clinton in the 2016, and so on and so forth. Obama as well, because he's quote unquote from Chicago, although he's from Indonesia and Hawaii. Different story. I digress. Yet again, they're having tensions flare over the issue of the migrants. And I hope that at a certain point, all these meetings they're having are going to lead to something that's productive, meaning to stop voting for the same party that's going to bring these so-called migrants right to your front doorstep. Now, before I go any further, let's get into a couple of clips. If you want to see these clips in full without my commentary, link as always will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But first things first, I'm going to show the first piece of this. This is like a 40-something minute video, which would be in the box in the description. I'm going to play a little bit of this so you're able to see kind of what's happening and the makeup of the audience. Then we're going to get into a more condensed news clip. Let's check it out.
It is not illegal for someone to seek asylum when they come to a country. It's not. It's not illegal.
Now, first things first. Okay. Now, seeking asylum technically is not illegal. However, why must someone from Venezuela go to Hyde Park, Chicago to seek asylum in the United States? How does that work? Why can't they seek asylum in their country of origin? Why can't they seek asylum at a border station without coming into the country? Why can't they seek asylum somewhere else other than the U.S.? Why must they be here? And why must they be housed right in our neighborhood? And why must our money go toward these people? Okay, like, I don't really understand. They're going to spend millions, if not billions, on these people, house them wherever they want to get housed. When they're engaging in crime and violence or whatnot, then it's not really a big deal. It's not really a problem. And the problem with what was said there is that people in the audience were clapping. They were clapping. Now, of course, some were not clapping and some were pretty upset, like this individual right here. But some were clapping, which means that they are inviting them there. This is the problem. How many in the audience were clapping and how many in the audience are going to vote for the people that bring them here? That is the question. Let's get to a more condensed news clip to see exactly what's going on out there in Hyde Park, Chicago. Let's check it out.
Single day, there's 80 to 100 people being sick right now.
A heated response tonight from a Southside community where hundreds of migrants are about to be moved.
Yeah, it's happening in Hyde Park. Tia Ewing has the explosive meeting tonight.
2 buses showed up in the city of Chicago today carrying migrants, and we know at least for the week there's been 4 that have arrived here. And this is not the first time that migrants will call Hyde Park home. 120 lived at the Lakeshore Hotel in January and also March. Most residents didn't know anything about it, and this is the first time they are sounding off.
I don't want them there. Take them someplace else or send them back to Venezuela. I don't care where they go. This is wrong.
What she's saying here is right. I don't care where they go, but send them somewhere else. Send them back to Venezuela. Send them back wherever they came from. What she's saying here is right. But again, and I got to belabor the point because it's very important to anyone that's watching in Chicago or anywhere else affected by the so-called migrant crisis. If you don't like what's happening, you got to change the way you vote, because this kind of thing is not happening all over the country. It's happening in so-called or self-proclaimed sanctuary cities, sanctuary states. You guys said you want to be a beacon of light to those who need help and seeking asylum. Okay, if you want to be that, then here you are. Here's your busloads of so-called asylum seekers. You can have them. If you don't want that, then you got to vote differently. Simple.
You got 73% of the people homeless in this city are black people. What have you done for them?
There were lots of fireworks over the migrants moving into the Lakeshore Hotel for 6 months, where 300.
Look, they got cell phones, brand new fitted hats with the stickers on it. They're out there playing basketball. They living their life. You know, Jordans. I was told that these migrants are so poor and hungry and tired and seeking asylum. They're trying to find a better life, ABL. My man got on hater blocker sunshades. They got baby dolls and basketballs and Jordans and all kind of stuff. What's that back there? As a water bottle. We got all kind of stuff going on. And it's just, you know, it's just whatever.
It can be housed. Also, the city says it's a fluid situation and it will need.
Look at this, a jury. Like, what are you, sir? Like, you selling drugs? Like, what's going on? My man got on jewelry, got a nice haircut, again, with the stunner shades on. They look better than a lot of the homeless people. And the lady said it, 73% of the homeless in Hyde Park are black. And what's being done for them, but the so-called asylum seekers who look so tired and hungry, right? They are given a Lakeshore Hotel, all kind of amenities, all kind of food, clothing, shelter, whatever they want. And it's on the taxpayer dime.
To revisit that timeline. Even the alderman, Desmond Yancey of the 5th Ward, says he just found out about it last week.
I found out on Wednesday, called a meeting immediately. I don't know what happened before I got here. But in the spirit of transparency, this is why we're in the room, because I felt it was important for community members to know what was going on in their neighborhood, even if the mayor's office wasn't willing to.
It was standing room only inside the promontory. Residents had a lot of questions about police patrols, the change noticed in communities where migrants currently are, and the future plans for dealing with the migrant crisis.
Plymouth Court and Van Buren, that site looks like basically a bomb went off. So I'm concerned about the sites where the migrants are.
We have shelter rules that we implement across the sites.
New arrivals must wait 150 days to apply for a work permit. Those on the front line of dealing with this crisis says part of the solution is getting migrants seeking asylum work.
Without some remedies from the federal action, whether it's funding or the ability for folks to work, we find ourselves in a hole.
And despite the overall response from residents, come this Friday, that is the earliest that migrants will start moving into the hotel.
So basically like today, because what's today? Today is Friday, September the 1st, 2023. So they're moving in right now today as I'm recording this video. Wow, very, very interesting. But again, y'all know how it is. You know, you get what you vote for. It's just that simple. And, you know, the funniest part as I close, the funniest part was talking about, oh, we got to get them work. Oh, okay. So you can give the illegal aliens food, clothing, shelter, jobs, all of that, which are the very same things that people in the community have been clamoring for years, have not been able to get it. That is rich. That is hilarious. As I close, I want to say this. I feel for you guys out there in Chicago. I really do. I understand that you don't want the so-called asylum seekers in your community creating a hazard or risk, a danger for yourself and your family members. I get it 100%. But at a certain point, you got to take some responsibility and some accountability. If you're voting a particular way that's going to allow them to come to your community, then that's on you. You got to vote differently, think differently, behave differently in order to get different results. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about what's happening with the so-called migrant crisis, not only in Chicago, Illinois, but New York, and other liberal cities? Non-border places, but liberal cities. Oh, well, we get in the buses from Texas and Arizona. Well, it's like, look, you guys say you want to be a sanctuary city. You guys say, bring us, you're tired, you're hungry, you're weak. Although the guys in that video did not look tired or hungry to weak to me. Okay, my man got on the chains and the hater blockers. He looked pretty well off, but doesn't matter. You guys say you want to have them there. You invite them there. So when they arrive, don't be surprised. It's simple as that. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.